we need young people to be able to be in control of their lives. We can't be at the whim of the government. We need jobs, we need houses, we need safe streets, we need to bring our loved ones back from the drug overdoses, and most of all, we need our freedom to do what we want.
David Menzies for Rebel News here at the Marriott Hotel in downtown Toronto. And folks, Pierre Poilievre is dropping by. It's part of his tour called the No More Sacrifices. It's a youth event in which Mr. Poilievre is going to focus on the theme of restoring jobs, homes, and hope to the generation of youth that the Liberals have left behind. We're going to take in his speech. It's supposed to run for an hour, and then afterwards we'll hear what the attendees had to say.
Our message is, you don't have to live like this. You deserve better. Canada's youth are the best and the brightest in the world, and they deserve a future to match that.
Sir, what resonated the most for you in terms of Pierre Poilievre's speech tonight?
It resonated with me the most because my dad, who is, he was born in the 60s, he was able to go to U of T right around the corner, get a job, get married young, have a house. But now if I try to do that, I probably won't be able to. So that's why when he said Carney said that youth have to sacrifice, Pierre Poilievre says no more sacrifices.
I feel that for the most of young adults, including myself, it's almost impossible to find a job. God bless, I was able to find one during this summer. And again, that's only temporary. And how much money was I able to get from that? Not too much. I was lucky because most of my friends weren't able to find anything to begin with.
Telling us about things that he might bring in, like giving us hope, the job, bringing back jobs for our youth. That's really the most important part. Because I know so many of my friends, they send their resumes everywhere, like he said, and they can't get any jobs. So that's really the most important thing to me, helping us youth.
I'd say that his care for the youth is something that really stood out. He's very well spoken, as we all know.
And this is what worries me the most about Liberals. It's not just that they've allowed crime and chaos and joblessness to rage out of control. It's not that they have broken our immigration system. They've done all those things. My worry is that they are going to try and get Canadians to accept this permanent reduction in our quality of life, so that their electoral strategy to win re-election is not one of hope, but one of deliberate hopelessness, to tell you that better is not possible after they ran an entire campaign promising that better was possible. My friends, my message to you here today is that you don't have to accept a reduction in your quality of life or in the expectations of your future. You deserve better than this, and we will deliver better than this.
How hopeful do you feel with the Carney Liberals in charge?
With the Carney Liberals, definitely not, because Carney has caved for the corporate lobbyists with temporary foreign workers.
Mark Carney, the Liberals, the country's given them 10 years, and we have, another 4 years to go. So it's just, he said, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. He's done nothing. So I find it pretty dumbfounding that the Liberals just keep winning.
But we cannot bring in people from abroad to fill jobs that we do not have ourselves. Our young people need those jobs. We will get rid of the temporary foreign worker program, and we will ensure that it is Canadians first for Canadian jobs.
Mr. Poilievre tonight promised that if elected, he would get rid of the temporary foreign worker program. Is that a plus or a minus?
It's a big plus, obviously.
All right, then.
I mean, you see businesses, you see LMIA. I've seen Rebel News do some posts about it.
Yes.
You see a Tim Hortons hiring a manager from, across the world, somewhere else, not in Canada. And they're paying them what is $35 an hour? You could find a Canadian. You could find anybody in this venue who can do that job.
No, I agree. I mean, I tried to apply for a few jobs over the summer, and I didn't get any responses. I had to reach out myself every time, and nothing happens or nothing came about it.
Like he said, it's tough to find a job nowadays. And why are we giving jobs to people who aren't Canadians rather than our Canadians' youth? We should put our country first.
If you look at our molecules, our atoms, our rocks, our water, our land, our dirt, we should be the richest country on earth, and Conservatives are going to unlock those riches for our youth.
Pierre Poilievre said that Canada could be the richest country on the planet if only we would develop our natural resources, our oil and gas sector, build pipelines. Why are the Liberals so adverse to doing that?
Well, honestly, I'm not sure. Do you really just want to destroy Canada? I don't know how dumb you really how dumb do you really have to be to do that? Their policies to begin with, they say that they want to be environmentally friendly. Yeah, that's only on paper though, because in real life, we still need gas, to fuel cars and housing. And other, natural resources. So you're just going to ship it overseas from other countries, which is even worse for the environment than if we were to do it nicely and cleanly here in Canada and in the States.
We have a lot of very, very strong young talent here, and we do have a lot of renewable resources, and there's a lot of space where we could look to do more innovation.
Okay.
Honestly, I think it's a little bit of a mentality thing. I like the conservative mentality of working very, very hard. I'm not sure if the Liberal Party has as much of that.
Okay.
Also, I think with the energy aspect, there's some of the political concerns about the environment and climate change and stuff like that. So I think the Liberals naturally are more concerned about that. That's another argument in and of itself. But overall, I think the Conservatives are more willing to take use of the opportunities and resources that we have. And in general, I like the conservative mentality of capitalism and all of that stuff. So.
And we know in the last federal election, perhaps the biggest demographic that voted Liberal were those in the boomer demographic. What do you make of that dichotomy?
Well, you know what? I don't blame them. If I'm being totally honest, older people, they have what they need. They aren't as likely to take risks. They are more looking for stability. And when Mark Carney falsely promised stability, it was appealing to them. While, yes, by voting Liberal, they were denying their children and grandchildren the ability to afford a home, live in a safe street. I do not personally, I'm not speaking for everyone, I personally do not believe it was maliciously. I feel like people can make mistakes, and when you trust someone like Mark Carney, who did again promise stability, they unfortunately were lied to by the government.
We will build a country that once again rewards work, celebrates ambition, empowers our young people to take back control of their lives. We will ensure that young people can again own homes in their 20s, launch businesses, start families, be authors of their own stories. In other words, take back control of their lives. Powerful paychecks and stronger dollars are not just about mathematics and economics. They're about the freedom and opportunity to do the things that fulfill you and make you happy. We will be a nation not of bureaucrats and busybodies, of rulers and rule makers, of gatekeepers and grandees. Instead, we will be a nation of artists and adventurers, of entrepreneurs and explorers, a nation that celebrates warriors and workers, pioneers and patriots, a nation that gives a chance to every single person, no matter where they started off in life, to have a bright future, to have homes, jobs, and hope in the freest, the richest, and the best country on earth. Canada first, Canada forever. God bless our youth.
Well, there you go, folks. The attendees have spoken. And it's kind of funny, isn't it? There was a philosopher who once upon a time said, if you're young and you're not liberal, then you don't have a heart. And if you're old and not conservative, you don't have a brain. But from what I can tell with the gathering here, these young people have a heart, they have a brain, and what's more, they desperately want change from the last 10 years of liberal misrule that have made being a youth in Canada so egregiously difficult. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, I know you love it when Rebel News brings you the other side of the story, but the fact is we need your help. Unlike the trained seals in the mainstream media, we do not receive a single nickel from the Mark Carney Liberals, nor would we accept it if ever offered. But here's where you come in. Can you do me a favor? Can you go to rebelfieldreports.com? That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation.